My Love of Life Energy is a podcast created by Anna Scott. Anna knows that every human being sees life uniquely. In this podcast, she will talk to people and learn from them. These conversations are to shine the brilliance of each human being she speaks to. Join her. After each exploration, you will expand on your insights and see truth and beauty. Good morning and good afternoon, and welcome to, I'm going to start calling this our podcast.
Right.
It's my podcast, My Love of Life Energy, but it's becoming our podcast with Molly Lynch of Exquisite Being. Welcome, Molly.
Thanks, Anna. It's great to be here again with you.
I know. Today we're exploring the 58th gene key, and the 58th gene key is, God, it's just taking us.
It's taking us. We're on the ride.
So the shadow is dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
The gift is vitality, and the city is bliss.
Wow. What a spectrum.
And I just want to give can I share a little personal story about this gene key?
I think
first?
you totally should.
So several weeks ago, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I woke up and I could feel my deep dissatisfaction. And I remembered this gene key. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to it. And since then, it has me wanting to keep coming back and looking at it. It's like, oh, you think you're done with me? You think you've gotten this? And it's like, oh no, we're just getting warmed up. So here we are.
Yeah.
You and I are exploring it. And since that time, I have seen so much.
And it was Saturday that you said we started talking about it together, I think. I mean, I haven't been in the 58th all week, but when that was kind of came to surface on Saturday, I was like, okay, whoa.
How did it come to surface? What did you?
Well, I think we're engaging in the idea of like what vitality was. That's kind of how I remember entering that conversation. But if we're speaking of dissatisfaction, that we were talking earlier just a minute about, like there's a tension in it. And I don't know, that was sort of the first invitation, but like share more about all the things that you've been seeing, and I'll just jump in and ride with you.
Dissatisfaction, what I saw today, and it's had me weeping, as I said, we're a rigged system. So this intelligence that makes us, this human form, put into us dissatisfaction. And it's dissatisfaction for the future. And so we walk around feeling that way, and we look outside of us. I look outside and want to make something better for the future. And that's built in me to do. So to not do that actually is going against nature.
Right. There's that propelling that inside of the dissatisfaction is built in, that as nature, as a force of almost as action to get off and move. But the dissatisfaction feels like,
well, it's like a pressure inside of me. And I feel that, and then I associate it with my mind. I make it mean when I feel that pressure, I'm dissatisfied. I've got to do something about my outside world to make it better so I can get rid of this feeling.
And so you can assure there's some future satisfaction.
Yes.
There's that idea of getting out of the moment, which you're talking about. Otherwise, like it's that the future is not going to be good unless I do something about now, because this now isn't good either.
Yes.
Yeah. That's that little edge, like, or I'm cold, I want to be warm. It's the simplicity, perhaps, too. But the seeking, that's the energy, too.
Yeah, it's a seeking energy. And I shared earlier, my love of the gene keys is that I've read the mystical stuff. I've led, love everybody and it's all love and blah blah blah. But nobody said to me, by the way, did you know inside of you is a rigged system that has discomfort?
Mm-hmm.
And it's an intelligence pushing us forward.
When I hear the word rig, I go, but when I hear the word design, it's like there's a design. Like it's like
Yes.
it's like the genius, the intelligence of the design to
Yeah,
have experience.
I think that's a better word.
Yeah, it feels more authentic to me.
Yeah.
So design for dissatisfaction, that's there too, which is such a different place to stand. Like if I'm standing in that, like, okay, I'm designed, I can feel my dissatisfaction in me. There's always a point that I can go to where I'm like, I feel the frequency of that edge, like it's not just quite right.
Yeah.
And
And what it does is it makes life better. So you talked about, we made fire.
Oh my God, I just saw something that I need to say. You said it makes life better. It's like it's in service to life.
Yes.
Right? In that saying, what you just said.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's in service to life.
All the shadows are.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Molly.
I told you we're going to go on a little cosmic carpet ride.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's the lesson.
Say more.
Well, like I shared when we started to get into it this morning about the re-perception of observing or conceptualizing the shadow as a seed and the gift as the flower or the blossom and the city as the fruit. And I just thought, oh, it's all in service together for this human experience, let's say, human divine experience, divine human.
Well, and it's all for life as all of life.
Yes, in service to as a connected whole experience, unified. And that's the promise, like that's the prophecy, right?
So these shadows are in service to the elephants and to the running water and to the air and to the ants and bees.
Yeah.
And to the minerals.
And to you,
and
to your kids, and to me, and to the yeah. It's personal and it's universal. So what is our listening to dissatisfaction? How is that in service?
Ask that again, say more.
Well, if that's the question, let's get curious, like, okay, so the vitality is the gift within dissatisfaction. So it's almost like the question is, what does my dissatisfaction want me to do? Or what's the inquiry? I'm dissatisfied. Yours was, I'm feeling dissatisfied.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. I felt dissatisfied and was curious about it.
Right. The energy.
Well, I was like, what is this energy?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so uncomfortable. I was miserable.
Mm.
And then I felt the guilt and shame for being dissatisfied because I mean, honestly, it's like I have a beautiful life. It's like it's embarrassing for me to say I feel dissatisfied. I have a home, I have a partner, I have healthy children, I'm healthy, I've got food in my refrigerator. I am golden and I'm feeling dissatisfied.
Yeah. And that has that little vibration of shame in it or guilt,
Well, it's like, my mother would say, be happy with what you have, which is true. And the beauty of the gene keys, or especially this gene key, is when we get curious, we can just start to be with it and see it.
Yeah, and then and often something can surface. Often something does surface in that, and it could be another question. Well, what would soothe or what would support my dissatisfaction? Easing. And then I really see that question. I mean, let's just put it like as a basic question. What do I want right now? And somehow the vitality in the body kind of opens. Oh, I want to feel more peace or freedom, or can I just be grateful? I want to feel grateful for what I have, like the curiosity, and then their life starts to fill in. And I'm going to pick a flower or put it in a vase. Like, I don't know. Not trying to
Well,
fix.
so yeah, you're trying to fix it. And I think what I'm seeing is that through the gene keys, we go to the outer world, which is what it was designed to do. But what you just said is that I want to feel my vitality. And when I pause and I feel the dissatisfaction and I'm present with it,
Yes.
and I don't try to go to the outside world to fill it.
Mm-mm.
I sit and just like, what is this? What can I just tolerate this dissatisfaction? Be with it.
Yes.
The vitality, it's like the river opens up of my energy. Like I soften.
Yes. It starts to flow in, or you soften and it's there.
Yes, I start to, um, I felt it this morning when you were talking about the frequencies.
Mhm.
It's that I started to soften because I'm not afraid of the dissatisfaction. I'm not walling it off.
Right. The fear is not there.
So I soften inside of me, in my belly,
Yeah.
my breath drops. And all of a sudden, this vital energy just starts to flow inside of me, in my body, this life force.
Yeah. The aliveness becomes, you're aware of it in the presence of being dissatisfied. You're becoming aware of it as you sit with the dissatisfaction,
Yes.
because it is there. It is always moving. And then there's just sort of the awareness of it. Yeah, it's like a soft current in me when I sit with it. Like the
But it's like,
dissatisfaction of me trying to make it figure, like, how can we, and then it was like, oh, be with it.
yeah, how do I get curious about it or just be with it like a friend?
And it expands, like, not it, I open.
Yeah. And I'm beginning to see what causes the opening is my softening.
Yes. The pause.
And when I pause, I soften, like the tension that I hold, the tension to, what's the word that I want to use?
Control.
Control, but when I restrict or resist, my resistance.
Well, beautifully, its programming partner is the 52nd, which is stress, right, in the shadow state. So you're noticing in the physiology, the softening also releases stress, right? There's something in dissatisfaction and stress that are friends.
Yeah, I want to restrict the energy because I'm scared of it. I think there's something wrong with the energy flowing inside of me.
There's just something that you're pointing to that's really, you know, poignant and I think really important that, let's just say, within those restrictions, or just the tension of any shadow frequency, because it's a constriction, it's a sign in the body, it's a signal, right, to soften and pause there. Like, I just saw that, like, oh, I'm feeling this stress, what's the invitation? And not as a fix, but what's the invitation?
And it's just kind of I think the 50-second, it's all about breath.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start to notice that I'm constricting, or I'm resisting feeling something, and I find my breath, and perhaps a little bit of a deeper breath.
Mm-hmm.
And can I, like, this is where, can I use my imagination to imagine softening?
Yeah.
Like a sponge receiving water.
And yeah. Well, there's that I keep hearing it's about rhythm. It's about rhythm and resonance too, this one.
Say more.
Like, the dissatisfaction is also out of alignment with a certain rhythm. That's the dilemma,
Mm.
the rhythm. So it's so I was thinking, when you're sharing just now, I thought, okay, it's breath, but it's also like literally taking off your shoes and putting your feet on the ground, feeling the rhythm of the earth, and the body connected and moving from, like, we're talking about moving from, if there's emotion, through vitality.
What's so interesting, you say, take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
When I started all of my work, my journey, it's because I couldn't feel my feet on the ground.
Remember that, you telling that before.
And so if somebody's listening to this, if you can't feel anything,
Mhm.
that's the feeling.
Mhm.
That is a feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw it. I saw this too, like the childlike curiosity. Like, that rhythm is really natural to child. And children get dissatisfied, of course. Like, we are just grown up children, body in our bodies, right? But there's something about the natural rhythm of a child that it's like the vitality is so full on. They're like wild little beasts out there, creatures, and it's so fun to watch. And that vitality, like, the dissatisfaction doesn't last too long because something catches their wonder and their curiosity, you know? And I'm just, seeing all these brand new babies like bursting and out of every corner right now. And I'm like, wow, is life on fire with this beautiful vitality? And it's patience. And you always offer that invitation of patience with the discomfort. It's almost like a tool, the softening of the seed.
Oh, I just see, like, we have this seed of light inside of us. Like, if it's a seed, I don't know if it's true. I have no idea, but it's like, can I just soften a little more?
Mm.
Even I had a teacher, Wendy Palmer, just embodiment, and she would invite us to have a quality. Like, what would it be like? Because my body knows how to do this. If I asked my body,
Mm.
if I could soften 1% more, what would that experience be like?
Mm-hmm.
And using my mind and my body to play together,
Mm.
but using my imagination and imagining what softening looks like.
Right. You can't
Imagine,
overthink
huh?
it. You can't overthink it.
Yeah. But it's like using my imagination to imagine vitality, or the energy, like the portal of energy.
Mm.
getting bigger, expanding,
Expansion, yeah.
becoming more aware of it. So what is vitality to you?
It's just this beautiful, it's like a surging feeling. Um, I've been feeling a lot of vitality with spring. Like all the chakras are open and on, it's very beautiful feeling. And it's like just kind of like a vitality feels like yes. Like yes, life. Thank you. Yes, it's very prayerful in some way, but it's also like it's invincible. There's a quality of big potential and like movement and dancing. Really, I've been dancing my ass off. It's just been even out on the dune path, dancing outside in nature. I mean, I look to see if anybody's around so I don't get all embarrassed. But I'm like out there doing my thing. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna feel
Oh,
life fully. So the free. It's so liberating. The energy of vitality wants me to. This is my conversation. Wants me to be free and feel my life and my existence here on this planet. You know? And there's joy. There's joy in vitality. What about you? What does vitality feel like for you? What's your experience of vitality?
it's but I'm so taken by your image that like I'm like, oh, it just makes my heart sing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, vitality is my energy in my body,
Mm.
pulsating through me, like in my toes and in my knee, and feeling my heartbeat. And like I can start to feel the energy is now coming up to my sternum in my body, where I can feel it and pulsating out.
Mm.
It's like this energy that is me, that's contained in me,
Mm.
is fluid, and um, it's owning all of me in the spaces of me and expanding out through me, of me.
Mm.
And it's like I feel like a blow up doll,
Mm.
where the air keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's inhabiting all of me, of all of this flesh.
It's like filling you in.
Yeah. And then it's like I have the energy to cook, I have the energy to walk, I have the energy to work, I have the energy to like laugh. And
Yeah,
yeah,
like it's like awake
yeah.
one and attuned. Everything's a little sharper in vitality too, like my senses. And if I'm, because it feels like it's like this flow of love, really like beautiful, like enjoyable love.
It 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 also reminds me of like when I see people with their eyes are bright,
Hmm.
like they have aliveness in their eyes, and it's like their eyes are this light peering out.
The radiance.
Yeah.
Hmm. When you're speaking about it going into your sternum, I just saw like in the inner, this, like your heart just open with light.
Mm.
And that's also like, it's like feeding, meaning like nourishing the body, kind of. There's this feeling of nourishment in that. And then
Mm.
I'm also drawn to do things that feel good to my body. Eat well, drink water with lemon, like there's something in vitality that, what's the word, wants vitality. Like it's vital. It's like it exchanges within itself. It's a full, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's vitality wants vitality.
It's like the instruments playing. I just felt
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
And then there's bliss. Oh, what a lofty word.
And then there's that.
Then there's that.
Oh God. Oh God.
And you've been hanging out with Ramana Maharshi.
Yeah, he
Part of
that's
this.
what the 58th gene key gave me him.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is bliss? Where is it? What's going on with bliss? You're, you're already blissing out.
What's this to me?
Just laughter.
That's how I experience it.
Yeah.
Like when I really touch into it,
Yeah.
and there's a deep peace and silence and stillness.
Mhm. It's almost like a beautiful, like the waterfall of vitality into the pool at the bottom. It's still pouring in, but there's always a place in that pool in the bottom that's kind of waiting, the still part. That was my visual.
Mm,
It's so vast.
mm.
Mm.
Ramana would, his teaching, so he was mentioned in the 58th gene key as bliss. When he was 16 years old, he woke up and
Mm.
had this blissful state and would live in it. He never left it.
Mm.
And the teachers, the people who have sat with him, would say his teaching was silence.
Right. They just wanted to be around him. They were drawn to his emanation.
The silence was the teaching.
Mm. Mm.
And then he had his other one, because if people didn't get it and they wanted an intellectual thing, they just said, he would say, who is the I that is experiencing subject and predicate? Just stick with the subject
Right.
and keep looking at who's the I.
Unanswerable.
And that's bliss. And it's us. What did you say yesterday? The quote you sent me from the talk that I sent, that we were made for pleasure, we were made for bliss or joy.
We were, yes, I remember. Hold on one sec. I will find it because it was a beautiful one. We aren't, oh, for gosh sakes. Oh, here we go. Do not look for rest in any pleasure because you were not created for pleasure. You were created for joy.
Yeah.
That's Thomas Merton.
Hmm.
That's kind of a,
I think this is a good note to end on, is this silence.
yeah, it's got us.
With that, we hope you enjoy these contemplations.
It's been really enjoyable and blissful.
And so much love. May we all trust our shadows. They're safe.
And our gifts and our cities.
So much love.
And Jenna.